All right, so on free agency day, the Ottawa Senators are already active on the trading front. So the Sens have traded Evegenii Dadonov to the Vegas Golden Knights, and in exchange, Ottawa gets back defenseman Nick Holden and a 2022 third-round pick. Dadonov had 2 years left at $5 million. Holden only has the 1 year left at $1.7 million. And I'm not as crazy about this trade as some Sens fans are. I hear some people saying like, oh, what a great trade by Dorian, you know, he gets rid of a bad contract. And yeah, Dadonov's contract probably did turn into a bit of a bad one considering he didn't produce as much as people would have liked him to this past season. But if he goes to Vegas and he becomes the Dadonov of like 17, 18, 18, 19, this trade could look pretty bad for Ottawa. But, you know, with Holden, they get a guy who was a seventh defenseman pretty much on Vegas, who's kind of up and downs with their defense pairings, mostly on the third pairing. So they don't really get a great player there, but they get a third-round pick in 2022, so that's good, I guess. And I hear some Sens fans saying that, yeah, it's great we got a pick in this deal. Well, yeah, that should be expected, that the Sens get at least a pick in this deal, because if it was Dadonov for Holden 1-for-1, I mean, Vegas is the winners on that trade, even if, you know, Dadonov does have a bit of a steep contract right now. For Ottawa, I'm a little bit upset by it because, I don't know, I just feel like they gave up on Dadonov one bad year, and I know maybe it was time to let him go, but I still think they could have given him another shot. I would have liked to seen him give him another shot. Would have liked to seen them give him another shot. But now they have Nick Holden, and I don't know if they're going to flip this guy in another trade. I think he's more than likely going to play as he fits the Ottawa Senators' new mold they've taken on the last couple of years of being a really physical team. So we'll see how he plays. Somewhere Josh Brown is probably going. Gosh darn it, I lost my spot. I'm probably going to be the seventh defenseman because even though Nick Holden's not a great player, I do still think he's a better player than Josh Brown, and he's more than likely going to see more ice time than Josh Brown. So today's a tough day for Brown, let's be honest. And for Ottawa, they lose Dadonov's offense, and I know he didn't produce a lot this year, as I alluded to earlier, but still, if given an opportunity with a young core of Ottawa players that would be another year older, who knows, maybe he could have produced more in Ottawa. And now he's going to a team in the Vegas Golden Knights that, let's be honest, they are a few years ahead of the Ottawa Senators as far as team development goes. The Sens are a very young team. Still kind of, you know, finding their way a little bit. It's coming along, but they're still finding their way in the league. And Dadonov goes to an established Vegas team, and now he doesn't have to be the guy in Vegas. In Ottawa, I almost felt like maybe they were kind of relying on him to be the guy. I mean, I know they had Tkachuk and Norris and Batherson, and they were handing the reins over to the young kids, but Dadonov was kind of, you know, he was kind of looked at as he was going to be a big piece of the team, and maybe in Vegas now he can just go over and, you know, just be himself, you know, hide behind Pacioretty and Stone and maybe quietly put up 60 points or so. I also want to mention too, the Sens do not retain any of Dadonov's salary, so that's a good thing for them. So let's shift gears and talk about another signing that the Sens made. It's not a player though, it's coach D.J Smith, who they've re-upped on a 2-year extension. Smith had 1 year remaining on his current deal. The extension is 2 years plus a third year, but the third year is a team option, so I'm assuming that means if things go south for Ottawa in the next few years and they feel like a coaching change is necessary, they don't have to pay D.J Smith on that third year, as they could just avoid that final year. I'm assuming that's what it means anyways. I think that's a pretty educated guess. But it's at least 2 more years for sure, guaranteed in the bank for D.J Smith, so good for him for getting the contract. For Ottawa, I don't know, I kind of want to have them, you know, wait and see what, you know, the first 20 or 30 games would look like of this upcoming season and how D.J Smith would guide the Sens along through that period of time, and then maybe start talking an extension. But hey, you know, they give him a 2-year extension, and like I said, good for Smith, and it looks like he's going to be Ottawa's coach for the foreseeable future anyways. So those are my thoughts on the trade and the D.J Smith contract signing. Please let me know what you all think in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.